Good Sunday morning, and welcome to Ice Age TV, the internal combustion engine age YouTube channel that talks about all my cars and trucks and motorcycles, SUVs, the travels, the dogs. Oh my gosh, what a morning. What a beautiful morning. So many ways for me in my life. And you know what? For the most part, I wouldn't make this video today on Sunday just because I think people want peace and quiet. They want to recognize Easter Sunday, and I get all that. So, happy Easter Sunday morning, and sincerely, I would not be making this video this morning if it wasn't for what happened yesterday to me. And if you're not abreast of that, you should definitely go watch my channel to see what happened. And wow, beyond wow. And I think the name of this video today will be Jesus, because did I just about maybe meet Jesus yesterday? It's possible. So, beautiful morning here. We're going to be going to church over here later this morning to observe Easter Sunday, the resurrection of Jesus Christ. If you're a biblical person, you get all that message and understand all that language. And I'm not really here this morning to preach the Sunday school lesson on that. It's more about me just reaching out for all those that are subscribers and that made comments. That I can't say enough how thankful I am to have such nice people in my life around me that made some really nice comments for witnessing what they thought may have been a tragic end to me in my life, or me physically capability. I mean, just incredible. And so that's the reason I'm making this video this morning. It's more about just not a morning conversation. It's more about giving thanks back to those that reach out to me and make me feel like I have value to them, because you have value to me, which is really nice of you for all that do share your comments and concerns and well-being of me and the channel and your life and whatever. But yeah, it's just more of a personal note. And like I say, I think the morning video will be just called Jesus. Won't be a sermon by any means, but wow, just beyond believable of what just about happened in my life on the last part of coming back in yesterday, which we were probably still a good 15, 20 miles from home. But, you know, that's kind of where it all plays out usually. But here we are on the Harleys, and for my daughter to be behind me, I'm always the leader of the pack, and for her to be behind me and what she witnessed, she said to me last night she was literally getting ready to start crying because she truly thought she was getting ready to witness her father crash, which could possibly be a life-ending injury, or, you know, you're paralyzed. When you hit something at 40 miles an hour, that's like jumping off a 3-story building, and usually it doesn't play out very well for you. It's not only that the odds are you'll break your neck, it's the internal. It's the injuries that you can, go flying off the bike and land on the ground and get up and think you're okay, but internally you've had massive injuries and you die. And that's supposedly, which is pretty incredible, when my nephew passed last February 6th of last year, the story is that a woman actually pulled out in front of him. And actually, this is really intriguing. I don't think I've really talked much about that, because I didn't really know the whole story until I was down in Florida just here recently. And so apparently my nephew wasn't speeding on his motorcycle. It was literally a lady that did a U-turn in the roadway and didn't know he was coming down the road, and he was T-boned, which that's the most common way to die on a motorcycle, is T-boned. So apparently, from witnesses, when he came off the bike, he got off the ground and stood up. But then shortly thereafter, he collapsed. And then he died from his injuries at the hospital. That's what I think is the story. It's nothing really that anybody really wants to dwell on and talk about, but I didn't know that. I didn't know that that was the actual story of what had happened in that accident with him. So the point of that is, wow, here it is a little over a year later, and here's his uncle on a motorcycle, and this stuff goes on all the time. That's why so many people will say you're crazy to ride a motorcycle. And if you watch that video, it's crazy on how that lady did what she did, because in one aspect, I could have been not even that close to coming up on the road and me having that close call, But on the other variable there, if that white car had been up the road a little further, and that white car and she would have had an accident, then that's possible that that accident would have pushed them into me, which could even been worse. So just crazy on the very lackadaisical attitude of that young lady that decided not to stop at a major stop sign on a major road that has 45, 50 mile an hour traveling. So for me, once again, yeah, is it coming to Jesus meeting? Yeah, for me, is that something that you think, wow. I tell people all the time on my channel, pray for a miracle. I can't emphasize enough in life that I can only hope that people are godly people in this world. I know some people won't, take that the same way. And it's not here to preach to convert anybody, but at the same time, it's just, wow. For me, I'm blessed. Yeah, I'm blessed. So really this morning, it was all about recognizing Easter Sunday observance. And I had the Gremlin bell on my motorcycle. Did that Gremlin bell that my daughter bought me, did that save? Was that the saving grace? Was that my savior yesterday? If you look here, here's a Gremlin bell that she picked out. And guess who's coming down? What?
Do not put the camera on me.
All right. I'm on the bike right now.
Do not.
Okay. Come on. I'm not. Oh, here's the kid. I'm not going to... Okay, Grandmommy. Mooney. It's reverse. Where's Keefy? It's reverse. It's not... I don't have it on yet. It's reversed. Look. What are you doing? Where's Keefy? Here's Giggles. Here's Giggles. Yeah, I'm not showing you. I'll reverse. Oh, paranoid because she's in her little nightgowny. I'll get out of there. Anyways, so there's a kid. The antics begin for the day, right? And she's all excited to go to church today because she's got a nice, pretty church dress for this occasion. And she's not really the young lady who likes to wear dresses all the time. They've already had a 7 a.m. service over there. And but they're also having a 10:45 a.m. service. Anybody local here wants to go to church, it's the Highland Church of Christ right over there in Gray, Tennessee. It's really cool. It's just a really cool small congregation. We just love that church. It's simple, and so we just enjoy going there. Last night, we got the Grand Wagoneer all cleaned up for the wife to get out of here, so I think we're probably going to leave. I think we're going to probably pack up and leave as well today. So it's just, I don't think, we got to get back up north to take care of business and other things. So I think it'll be packing it up. And yeah, and after yesterday's motorcycle adventures, do I really want to get on the bike again today? Yeah, I think I'll take a little time out on that. I mean, I think I had my good luck charm, and I think that was it. So I used it, and I think the energy needs to be taken somewhere else for another day. Loving the Ram TRX. I'm watching the channel. This truck is so much fun. And a few people are saying the tire inflation was probably off because maybe those aren't the original tires. I think they are. I could have sworn that the Goodyear Wrangler tires are on this truck. And I understand it's a 35-inch tires, a 325. I don't think this guy changed the tires. The daughter's 37s on there. I'm like, nah, they're not going to fit. It's going to rub. Fuel economy's going to go out the window. So those tires are great. Plus, these tires are expensive as all get out. I mean, these stories? I mean, sincerely. So we had a lot of great video. I made a lot of video time on my motorcycle. I just do that just because I feel like somebody that doesn't ride a motorcycle, hopefully you can kind of feel like you're on the bike as well. And I know you get all that wind chatter and all this other stuff, but you can always turn the volume down. Then I make some short videos with some music to it and just get creative. So wonder I should bring Kiefer down. That's very intriguing and interesting for the kid. But anyways, that's it. Just kind of keep it really simple on this Easter Sunday. I certainly hope everybody out there is safe and in well-being and spiritual, and everyone can have a peaceful day today. And I can only hope we can have peace in this country. I just think to myself, it's just incredible on how people just are so bad on this social media. I think to myself, do you ever understand that you're one day going to have a day of reckoning? Do you understand that one day you're going to eventually meet your fate? Do you understand this? And I just tell my kid, it's like, life, karma's here. I mean, how you treat others, what you do to others. I mean, I just don't get it on how people live in this physical world and what happens and plays out. And then they scratch their head of why things happen the way they did. I mean, sincerely. I mean, Jesus Christ. And it's Jesus. It's Jesus. I'm not saying Jesus. I'm saying Jesus. But it sounds like Jesus. All right, because I watch many videos, and I'll see the closed caption, and it looks like I'm saying Jesus. I'm like, no, I'm saying cheese, like cheese, Jesus. I don't say Jesus, but it sounds that way, I think, through the video content. That isn't how I just don't like the profanity, even though we all have that challenge. But anyways, that's it. As always, appreciate the support, and I think we had a great week of video content. And for those that watch the channel, as always, share the channel. And I gotta put a sticker on the kids like, no. I'm like, yes. You have no choice. And so here come the dogs. These are big ass dogs that the neighbor has. I don't know if you can see through because these big ass dogs, and he brings them over for it's the manure field. Yes, yeah, I don't want to embarrass them with my camera. So go in here and so I was going to talk about the CVO ST. This is I'm going to tell you straight up. Those who watch my channel, am I glad I got rid of the Indian? I am. I really am. I had a little video on the end of the video yesterday. This is the badass. This is the baddest ass Harley I've ever owned. And just wow. And it's so confident. This bike is such a confident motorcycle to go down the back roads. And that's where I'm very fortunate, because this bike is so easy to just crank it up and it just goes through the corners. And it's just, you feel very, very stable and confident on it. And, good golly, and so good that wasn't going at higher speeds is wow. Huh. Yeah, you can only imagine how that could have played out. Or it was on higher speeds. It could have been my daughter. It would have been pacing with me that would have been part of that. Just so many variables will play out. But the biggest thing is be with God, be with peace. And I'm sure, count your blessings, which I do. You have no idea. So that's it. I'm going to call the video. I can talk a lot. And one guy, we met a couple over at the PetSmart yesterday. It was so cool. We met him in the parking lot. He loved the Ram truck. Told him about my YouTube channel. He actually subscribed right there on the spot. He reached out later, and he actually said, wow, what you said. His father rides motorcycles. He doesn't. But he said, we were just talking about something like that here. It's kind of weird how we ran into each other. He's like, we just had this conversation about motorcyclists with these T-bones. And I'm like, wow. And so what's the odds of that, right? And so I told him about the YouTube channel. He subscribed. And last night he reached out and said, hey, this is me meeting you at PetSmart. And wow, you're right. That was a really close call. So I was like, woo, really cool. So I don't know if he's watching my channel and participating on listening to morning conversations, but there it is. So the guy's back across the street, and he used the field to have his dog relieve himself, right? Isn't that beautiful, right? All right, there it is. So I think we're heading back today. I don't think there'll be any more videos for today. I'll leave you alone. Hope everybody has a blessed day. Tune for tomorrow morning's conversations. And what will those be? What will the theme of the week be coming up this week? That's not easy for me to try to get creative and create content, just so you know. So just share the channel and help it grow, and hopefully everybody else out there has the blessings and the good luck and the good fortunes. And for anybody doesn't, prayers and thoughts for you, and pray for a miracle. Watch my how to pray video. You should watch it. I think it's pretty intriguing. So just other videos you can watch. So once again, God bless, stay safe, and have a great Easter Sunday.